Hello, welcome back to another playthrough video of Knights of the Old Republic. This is Little Shadow 1867, and we are on Taris, picking up where we were last time. Check out the video above if you want to see the previous video, though there wasn't commentary. So let's see what we've got here. So, like I was going to say in the last video, though my audio was giving me technical difficulties, I am using a combination between the computer keys and my controller. If you'd like that controller fig, the link will be down in the description below. So let's try to figure out what we're supposed to do next.
What's on your mind? Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share of wars. I fought in the Mandalorian Wars before all this started. But with all that, I've never experienced anything like the slaughter these Sith animals can unleash. Not even the Mandalorians were that senseless. My home world was one of the first planets to fall to Malak's fleet. The Sith bombed it into submission, and there wasn't a damn thing our Republic forces could do to stop them. I'm just a soldier. I go where the fleet admirals tell me to. I follow my orders and I do my duty. It's just... doesn't seem right that doing that means I failed them. I didn't. Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with your questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much.
Okay, let's check out the apartment complex.
I'm more used to taking action, keeping my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Go, go, go. Uh-oh.
Right, you alien scum. Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
Uh-oh, how'd they know we were Republic fugitives?
Smart-mouthed aliens. Now the rest of you, get up against the wall before I lose my temper again. What's this? Humans hiding out with aliens. And Republic fugitives. Attack!
Well, that was easy. Let's check the bodies. Oh.
Ready?
Awesome. See if they have anything good on them. Oh man, okay, good. So there's a glitch. Usually it only happens in the first part of the game, but there is a glitch where if sometimes, like when you go in and out of combat or in and out of conversations, it will end up glitching out your main character and you can't move or anything, and it gets really annoying. Ooh. Well, looky there. I always forget this is here. You can see everything from like the beginning, I think. Or at least the beginning of this message. So. But that being said, most times you're kind of stuck in the event that happens, but sometimes you can switch characters, run around a little bit, go into stealth mode and come back and it'll unglitch. Otherwise, you have to start over. It's really annoying. Let's see what Dia has to say. So you guys said y'all wanted this to be a light character.
What are you doing in here?
So
You can't just
let's
come
start
barging
out
into
light
someone's
and
home.
see if we get any more votes.
That's no excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden. Just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to
Force
himself.
persuasion.
But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price. I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you. Well, I suppose you seem like an all-right sort. When I cut Holden, it made him back off, but it also embarrassed him in front of his friends. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here. I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now. You could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't do any good. Holden's used to getting his own way. That's one of the fringe benefits of being a goon for Darvik. Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer. I can't help you there. Since this thing with Holden, I've been scared to leave my apartment. I don't know anything about what's going on in the outside world anymore.
I will say, playing the good card is always
I
a lot
doubt it.
harder than
Holden is
playing
one
the
of
bad
Darvik's
card.
men. When you work for
I
the
already
local
told her I
crime
was
lord,
gonna
the
speak to
authorities tend to turn a
Holden.
blind eye. I'm afraid this
There we
is
go.
between me and
Okay,
Holden now.
so that's our first. It's going to be one of our first real
Goodbye and good luck.
journal
I hope you can
entries.
talk some sense into Holden.
So I believe he's the local merchant, like in the apartment complex. He comes in handy later. I've actually played this game. I've beaten it in good, bad, and neutral, so it shouldn't be too terribly difficult. It's just going to be a little annoying. So I'm not going to go into the energy shields because it's a really long spiel.
Kachikun idahadonga, yikin kuno pamulerachikun, svimopodona, rundihodunga kunkabe, tong abum sha umina, wanga kundis king balemuraya. Shoni yon tunchichi idadwana, kapapol pamuji kumana. Ta dis tu bonko kokimak banga. Ching para chisca mule tunarana nu prata tunko sicha tuma wamama tus keva toma. Nisha julorcha kinkuno bule rajiko. Chanshak bulara umra chisca duchi. On chuba nijishka yanki. Titoke gratun kun chicha kun king kachachonobra. Bogra wala no tumbacha. Nechi chuna chubaching lorda itakun. Witam boragatong. Mulira ashang turung ni na potata tuanga chun tize. Igrutu haga jijiwa. Wata chuma wana hu wama hu natek.
So right now we only have 53 credits, which means we cannot get much. But I've got stuff I can sell. So depending on how you like to play this character, there are a lot of ways to play out So like repair kits, security spikes, computer spikes, and parts are always something you want to keep. Clothes aren't worth anything. Vibroblade, short sword. Let's look at the stats. 1 to 6, 20, 20, X. The balance is the same. So you can actually sell these 2 short swords. Oh. Darn. They're not worth anything. So this blaster rifle, 1 to 8, 1 to 4, 1 to 6. So let's sell this weapons blaster. You're gonna need this vibration cell later to upgrade your melee weapon. I want to sell this for the credits, but I think it might actually come in handy later, especially once you get the next character. Oops. My bad. So the next character you get is Zalbar, and I don't remember the girl's name. She's a Twi'lek. Anyway, Zalbar is best with a blaster, and the Twi'lek is really good with the vibroblades. So if you play out the game right, you can have 3 you and 2 other characters, and you can have a pretty good fighting team.
On it.
So
Done.
she doesn't care if I take anything.
Pudu.
Which means she was probably raided. So that goes up to the upper city. Corin. There's another security door. There we go, an Athorian. Okay, well. He doesn't want to talk either.
Done.
Okay, credits and med packs. There's nothing really of value in here. There's nothing in there. These halls are, like, a lot longer than you expect them to be. Ooh, a footlocker.
On it.
Well, we will be golden on med packs for a while. I think he has an interesting story, I don't remember.
Hey there, watch where you're walking. I just clean those floors. My name's Kadir. I'm the janitor for this building. You must be the new tenant here, right? Never thought they'd rent that abandoned apartment. You look like an off-worlder. What happened? You get stuck here because of the quarantine? Can't see any other reason someone would want to rent that old apartment. Don't know how much I can tell you, but seeing as how you're new here, I guess I could try and help you out. Decent enough place to live, I guess, except for the lower levels. That's where the swoop gangs hang out. Just stay in Upper City and you'll be fine. You also might want to check out the cantina. I used to go there when I was younger. A good place to get a drink and find out what's going on in Upper City. Just keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator. It'll take you out to the upper streets there. And from there, just head south a ways. You can't miss it. Don't know how much I can tell you, but... well, the best place to go is probably Kebley Yurt's store. She's right across from the cantina, so you can stop in for a drink if you get thirsty while you're shopping. Just keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator. It'll take you out to the upper streets there. And from there, just head south a ways. You can't
So, that
miss it.
actually does come in handy in the
Probably see
future.
you around. I'm here most of the
Oh, I think I
time.
already
The building
checked all
doesn't clean
that.
itself, you know.
Randomly talking to people, if you're new to this game, helps you out. Because I will end up having to go to that cantina, and I will end up having to go to... that shop for a droid later on, so it's actually really nice. So let's use the workbench real fast. I want to say I have a melee I can upgrade because I don't have a lightsaber yet. That doesn't come till later on. I do! I knew that cell was going to come in handy. Attach it to the vibroblade. Ups the vibroblade stats a little bit. Let's see if I have anything for my ranged. I do not. But you can buy these in the local stores. Let's get out of here and go to the next area. Oh, there were remains that I apparently didn't have access to. So, oh, trying to find the auto run button. Uh-oh. I am gonna have to figure out where the auto run button is because I don't remember. So I'm still trying to figure out the quirks for the controller, part of why it's a hybrid for me. I grew up playing on the Xbox, and so computer games aren't quite my specialty, but I love the game.
Yes, what's on your mind? I'm all ears, beautiful. Which? The fact that I'm all ears, or the beautiful part? Not really. Just ask. You have something you'd rather I call you on? I might consider it, but what are you going to call me in exchange? I like the first part of that. I'm a bit more partial to the most handsome pilot in the galaxy. What do you think? Well, then I guess gorgeous will just have to do until then. Well, kidding aside, I bet you're not about to give up on those questions of yours. Are they really necessary? No, I don't have a problem with it, really. Go ahead and interrogate me. No, I was just joking. Though you do seem to be full of questions. It's rather refreshing, to be honest. Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire over and over in my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened, from your perspective. True. Bastila is as powerful as they say. She's the one who defeated Darth Revan, after all. I guess that no Jedi ability, no matter how powerful, makes up for being completely surprised and outmatched. We didn't choose that battle anyway. It got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
You'd rather I wasn't?
I should have guessed. Isn't it odd, however, that a smuggler who was added to the crew at the last minute just happens to be alive?
Oh.
Don't be ridiculous. You've more than proved yourself since the crash. We wouldn't have made it this far without you, but still. No? Oh, maybe. Don't get me wrong, it just seems odd that someone Bastila's party specifically requested to transfer aboard happens to survive. The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board, but hell, they practically took over the ship as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here
Okay, person.
seems
Walk right
unimportant.
between us, why don't
I'm
you?
probably wrong, and this is probably nothing. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value, and I hate surprises.
He's just flirted with me and now he's all suspicious?
Right?
Seriously?
I've got no real reason to suspect you of anything. Still, it's better to say than sorry.
He's got some nerve. Are you seriously mad at me now? Oh my gosh,
There's nothing
seriously?
personally. I don't trust anyone, and I have my reasons. And no, I'm not going to discuss them, so can we just keep our mind on more important things?
Wow, that conversation took a turn fast. Let's see what you have to say.
All right, all right. You must be the most damn persistent woman I've ever met.
Obviously
We'll talk
nothing.
about it, but
Okay.
later. Right now, I just want to get going.
I've got a ton of things to do today. I
think they-
can't talk to you.
Well, I always get this confused. So there's Kebla's shop, which means I think the cantina is there. But there's another place like this that's an underworld place. So let's see if she has anything of use.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Terrace. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
Let's
Zip
ask her
confiscated all
questions.
my heavy weapons, and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested. Anything I can do to help a potential customer out. What do you want to know? I heard a couple of pods crashed down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first. I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the Hidden Becks were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulture gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davik's own people are having problems with the Black Vulcars now. Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman. If you get my drift, smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the big intergalactic criminal organization.
Well, I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization to cross. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, however, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand? Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too. But he's keeping a low profile as long as the occupation lasts. Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement instead of always going after each other. Oh, you're one of those off-worlders, aren't you? Come to Terrace for a short business trip and end up stuck here because of the Sith quarantine, right? Oh, you can't be too happy. Trapped on an unfamiliar world and all. But Terrace isn't so bad, as long as you stay in the upper city.
I think we've asked her
Try to
everything that we
avoid the
need to
Sith.
know.
And stay out of the lower city. The swoop gangs are totally out of control.
And let's
Even
see what
Davik's
kind of
men are having trouble down there.
what kind of supplies she has.
Good day to you then. Remember to come back to my shop if you ever need any supplies. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium.
Okie dokie. So I have
Just
more
so you
credits
know, the
now,
prices
which is
on the items
nice.
are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
So this being an older game, having played the new Star Wars Old Republic, which takes place after this one and the second one, if I remember correctly, there are definitely things that I wish these guys knew originally, like being able to look at the stats of these items versus the stats of the items that you have, but being an older game, they didn't have that ability. Sound outbreak, stealth unit. So these mines are fun to use. And this is something I was talking about earlier. This is what you can use to, I believe, this is an add-on to one of the guns, though it might not be. That might actually come in handy later. Let's get that. Okie dokie. So this is... Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, so how much can I sell my grenades for? Frag grenades are better than poison grenades, but poison grenades are better than... Poison grenades are better than ion grenades, I think. But concussion grenades are one of my favorites because it stuns the opponent. And sonic grenades are kind of cool too because it does have a chance of stunning. I have one of those. Let's... Yes, I want to get that close. Okie dokie. So let's come over here and put on our new gear. And then start into the cantina and probably wrap up for there. So now we can put that on Karth. We need to get him more gear. So the best way to get gear is to... Usually you can pick it up in combat. Is this the cantina? Yes.
What?
Okay. Thank you. Why won't you let me in the cantina?
On it.
Oh, you will. Okay. Okie dokie. Well, now we're in the cantina, and I think that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video.